Look at how pretty this is. Little baby pine cones. Check those little guys out. Isn't that amazing? So pretty. It's pretty cool. Let's go find some water. Tried to find some. I thought there was some water down there. I see a little bit on that rock straight ahead, about a little ways. See the safest way to get there. There's a little bit of water there, down there, and there's a couple little spots there. Go ahead. Quick. Let's use our squeeze bag. And I don't know if I have my syringe in here or not. I think it's in my black bottle. So I'm just going to take my pre-filter off here. I have my Sawyer syringe that I use for backwashing my water, and I'm just going to use that right now to capture some of this water here into this container. Kind of running out of daylight, but that's okay. So let's just get into here. So use my original Sawyer squeeze bag here. Put a little air in it. Blow it up. We're going to put some of this water in here. Okay, let's get a little more. These are natural water collections, as you can see. So not only is this syringe good for backwashing the water filter, but it's also good for capturing water from small places like this. Things like this. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Look at that one's kind of dirty and murky, but oh well. That's the good thing about the Sawyers, we're able to backwash them. If it gets too dirty, I'll pre-filter it before I put it in the Sawyer. Squeeze. In fact, I'll probably pre-filter it anyway, just because that is a better option. Don't want to get it too crazy. I just stirred up a bunch of soot, but I'm going to try to stay out of that soot there. Let's go find another spot. Okay, I saw some more water over here. Right on the edge here. There's a little bit. I know it's not much, folks, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do if you're thirsty. Every little bit adds up. And, you know, in a survival situation, you got to do what you got to do. Let's go see if I can find some more. I see some right here. Let me see if I can get down in there. Nope. Alright, folks, what about right here? Looks like there might be a little bit of stuff here. Good deal. I'm definitely going to pre-filter this water. I don't like all that debris in there. I know it's probably not that big of a deal, but for me, this is going to be going into my body. And yes, I realized that I could skip the pre-filter, but when you have the option to do it, there's not really a reason to skip it. You should pre-filter when you can. You know, I've got plenty of daylight still. I mean, I realize the sun's going down, but I still have enough daylight to do my thing. There we go. This bag is almost full. Okay, is there any more small spots with water? Let's take a look, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen. There's a little bit right there that I might be able to get. Set this up here. Move that out of the way a little bit. This is what we do to nourish our bodies, folks. I like these squeeze bags. They're pretty cool because they're highly collapsible and they don't take up much space in your pack. They work good. Hey, there we go. A little bit of water right there. I know it's not much, but yeah, with all that debris, I'm definitely going to pre-filter. And it doesn't matter how dirty this squeeze bag gets because I have that other one I'm going to use. I got dirty. Let's go see. I know there's got to be a couple more here close. Oh, right there. Look at that. It's all about finding that precious water. You know, the cool thing about having this ice is the ice will slowly melt. Looks like we're just about full, folks. Look at that. Let's go back to where my supplies were. And we'll get some pre-filtering going on. And then after we pre-filter, and we'll be ready to drink. This is so neat. I went too far. There's all my stuff. I was trying to figure out where I left my stuff. I walked right past my gear and didn't realize it. I was too excited getting water. Here we are, folks. I'm basically going to transfer this water into the pre-filter, and then I'm going to put it from the gray bottle into my other squeeze bag. From there I'm going to run it through my water filter. I'm going to use my Sawyer filter. Now you have this little on-off valve here. Make sure that's open when you're pre-filtering, because this will kind of create a vacuum on your water bottle. If you don't address that, if you don't take care of that vacuum, the water won't go into the bottle. And the whole purpose of this pre-filter is just to make sure that the debris doesn't go into my water filter. Pre-filtering takes a little bit of time, but it's well worth it because it'll save your water filter in the long run. You can see how fast that went. I'm going to set this down in this little divot here so it doesn't want to fall over. So I'm just slowly going to pre-filter this water. I'm just gently squeezing the bag as I need more water. And the cool thing about this pre-filter is it came with my steri pin. And these squeeze bags, they hold approximately 32 ounces. Of water, and that's what this Nalgene bottle is. 32 ounces. This isn't an actual Nalgene bottle, it's a Coleman brand, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's kind of a knockoff of a Nalgene. I've had it for many years and it's held together. I haven't had no problems at all. If you don't have this pre-filter, you can use something like a bandana or something. All we're doing is trying to eliminate debris in our water because we don't want that debris to go into our water filter. If we have unnecessary debris in our water filter, that's going to pose problems for us. That's going to make our water filter clog up prematurely. And if you're going to be on a trip, it's a very good idea to pre-filter. That's a, what is it, a 40 micron filter or something? Where my Sawyer filter, I'm not going to use this mini, but I'm going to use the regular size Sawyer. But those are a 0.1 micron filter, and they filter to a higher level. And then I have this Nalgene bottle here, and the Nalgene bottle is where the actual filtered water is going to go. But I need to check in my pack real quick, see if I have my steri pin right there. There's my steri pin, so we'll be using that baby too. You can see I have a couple of little bandanas and things that I use to pre-filter. I have some ferro rod and a couple knives, a couple bushcraft books, cotton balls. I have a lot of good little supplies that I keep in my pack. It's all good stuff to have with you. See all that debris floating? We're actually helping out quite a bit because that stuff's not going to go in our filter. If you don't have a pre-filter option, again, like I said, I'm not trying to reiterate, but you can use something like a bandana or something like that. Now in here, this is the actual filter we're going to use. We're going to use the regular size Sawyer, and then that filtered water is going to go in here. This will be our drinking water. I'm going to take it a step further though. I'm going to use my steri pin before I filter it. What the steri pin does is it doesn't kill the things inside, but it renders them useless so that they cannot repopulate inside your stomach. So it basically handicaps them, for the lack of a better term. You can see that my pre-filter is starting to slow down. I'm gummed up a little bit, but that's okay. We're almost done. I've got plenty of patience. Every time I pour water, it stirs up the debris in there, and that's actually good because it allows the water to flow. It pushes the debris away from the filter. Starting to get mildly chilly outside, so not only am I thinking about water for the night, but I'm also thinking about fire. Where am I going to camp for the night? Where am I going to set up my shelter? These are all questions that are going through my mind right now. You know, when you're trying to make that decision about shelter and where you're going to stay for the night and things along that nature, you also have to think about the fact of what kind of natural wildlife is in this area where I'm at. What kind of predators are there out there? You know, where's the safest place to be? Do I want to be down in the bottom of the canyon, or do I want to be up in this area? Personally, I'm planning on being up on the far side over there because the temperatures are going to be significantly warmer up on top up there than they would be down in this canyon. And that's because the canyon down here carries airflow. I think that would be better to be up top. I bet you it'd be probably 10 degrees warmer up there in the middle of the night than it would down here down below. I'm looking down at that rock down there where those deer tracks or whatever those animal tracks are in the snow. Hopefully you can see that down there, and that round boulder down towards the bottom. You can see the black part of it where the water was, but more importantly, you can see there's water down there, and that's water that could be used. Okay, looks like my pre-filter has plugged, so that's okay. I'll close this, open this baby up, take this off for a second. It's really tight. There we go. Fits better on Nalgene bottles. I'm going to pour this out. There, I got some of the debris out of the way. Now let's put this pre-filter back on and let's go for it again. We should get a better flow. Oh yeah, that's much better. And we are currently at 32 ounces. So we have plenty of water there. See that? Now I got to turn this pre-filter upside down, otherwise my lid won't fit with it like that. Set that there. Let's get Mr. SteriPen out. This is SteriPen Classic 3. I'm going to give it 2 clicks. You can see that it's lit up for 1 liter. See the infrared light? I'm just going to swish that around for about 90 seconds or until that light goes out. And again, it's not killing the things in the water, it's just rendering them useless. So I'm going to go until that thing goes out. And once it's out, this water is pretty much purified and technically could be considered drinkable at that point. This is a little bit of an overkill. Technically I could pre-filter and then run it through a Sawyer and drink it and have no issues, but I'm just taking the water a little step further and I'm doing a little bit of purification. So I'm waiting for the infrared light to go out, and then once it goes out, I'm going to look to verify on my LED indicator that I have a green LED right here by where my thumb is. Now I'm agitating the water so that I get it to flow around the light. There it goes. See, it's flashing green. We're set. That SteriPen has done its job. It's rendered everything in that water useless. Now we need to pour that water inside of this outdoor bag. And then this from here, it's going to go through our Sawyer filter. So I'm going to pour it over this pocket in case I spill. So technically, you know, this water is drinkable at this point, but I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to remove the particulates out of the water, at least down to 0.1 micron. Let's put this upside down so that any seepage can go out of there. Let's thread on our Sawyer squeeze. This Sawyer squeeze fits standard threads. Most of your Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi bottles, they have this thread on them. Remove that. Let's open this baby up. And set that down. Set it right there. Let's start filtering away. I'm just slowly squeezing my bag. Okay, you don't want to squeeze the bag too hard or anything like that. These bags are pretty versatile. They can burst if you squeeze them too hard. When you start needing another bite on it, just start rolling it from the bottom. And you can see how fast it renders this water. You know, I used the SteriPen before I filtered the water. You could use the SteriPen after you filter the water if you choose to do it that way. You know, you'll remove all the big particulates out of the water, and then you could filter, or excuse me, use your SteriPen. Again, the SteriPen that you're seeing in this video, this is the SteriPen Classic 3. It's a great pen. It works good. It runs on 4 AA batteries. Very simple to use, very easy to use, works good. It's very efficient, puts out some good water. There we go. We're just about done. I'm shaking this, just kind of getting whatever residual water was in there, getting it out. Make sure you're not getting it in your container. Put that back in there. And this, my friends, is good drinking water. Excellent. That water is good. Look at that. 32 ounces of water. And if you get bored and you want to collect a little more water, we still have this bag here, so before we head out, we can at least get whatever's left here, you know, at our disposal. I know it's not a lot, but we could slowly fill up and get a little bit more before we leave this area. You know, I like using the dark colored bag because that's kind of the dirty water, and the light colored bag is kind of the clean water, if you will. We soaked up just about everything we could out of this spot. That's about it, folks. That's how you filter water with the Sawyer filter. Trying to clean this syringe. I'll do that when I get back to the house after this trip. So I've got a little bit of water in here. I'm just going to kind of fold this baby up. Nothing too significant. Put the cap on so we don't have no spillage. I like keeping my water filters and my stuff in this Nalgene bottle, mainly just for protection. See that? Just kind of, they all fit in there pretty well. Again, the pre-filter, we don't want to forget that. You can see that I put the little thing upside down in there. That's because without it, this won't be flush and the lid won't fit, so you have to put it upside down. So, our steri pin, we're done using our steri pin. Put that baby back in there. Close that container. We don't have anything left in here. Kind of fold this up. These bags are like $4 at Walmart, and they work really good. The threads are a little bit off of standard, but they do work. So, put that in there. Put that in there. We got our nice purified water. There's our dirty water, so that when we stop, we have some water. I have this container on the outside. That's in case I want to store some water. I've got my hydration pack, my bladder, it's full. So we're set, we're ready to get out of here. It's time to start making camp over there. I'm gonna get a fire before I run out of daylight. I don't have much time, so I kind of need to get my thing done. I don't want to stay in that cabin that I looked at. That cabin's got too much animal feces in it. I don't want to. It's actually cleaner over here, so I'm gonna stay over here tonight. It's kind of neat. Anyway, folks, I hope that you found some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free to like, share, comment, thumbs up if you'd like, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you. Until next time, get out, go filter some water, and have a good night, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.